For day 2, we hit the rocks. Looks like tons of rocks here. There are some logs, so we'll probably use the logs for a couple techniques as well. So then Sunday's just all advanced techniques. Rocks and logs, rocks and logs. I've been teaching for, gosh, since I was about 18. So 34 years of teaching, trial schools. Tim's been to every single one of them for 34 years.
And first time on a trials bike, been riding dirt bikes for a while, but super excited to be here and got my son Matt, so.
Cool.
Yeah. And I've never competed. Actually, probably the only time I really get a chance to ride the bike is when I go to a class. So I try to go to, it's been just great traveling across the whole US and Canada, going to Ryan's classes. And
I've ridden it a few times, but I ride enduro bikes, so it kind of transfers a little over.
Yes, it does. A lot of cross trainers going on right now.
We're brand new,
Okay.
and we know how the clutch works.
Hi everybody, really happy to be here.
Good. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
What, amateur probably? Solid, low-level amateur.
We're from Canada. It's our first year. We're pumped. It's our first moto anything, so.
Really?
Right on.
Wow, no
But
street
we mountain bike, so I feel like we've got some good eyes on the trails.
My name is Derek. I'm from Cochrane, Alberta, and this is my third time on a bike. And I've mastered crashing already. Styling also, and painful.
Carl Carbon and my daughter Adriana. We're both bike bikers.
Oh, miles. I've been riding dirt bikes for 48 years. Back in Australia, I was a pretty good enduro rider. I'd come in the top 20, but I can't get the hang of trials.
I've been riding since I was 5. Rode everything, dirt bike, trial bike. Novice or intermediate, I had them.
I'm Katie, and I just started riding this year.
Great.
Fred, I've been riding 3 days.
Whoa.
Been riding motorcycles my whole life, but dirt bikes, road bikes, but like our friend over here said, completely different animal.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Cornelison, I'm from Sandpoint, Idaho, as well as Fred, and I've been intermediate enduro rider, and I've been riding trying to balance for 6 weeks now, and learning circles and stuff from your videos on YouTube.
And had been riding about 10 days, 2 weeks, and have been having fun with it, and I probably won't fail this class.
My name is Jacek. I'm from Alberta, Canada. I am the co-founder of the Moto Trials Group Alberta, and then we try to promote trials through the schools. That's the reason why I'm here.
Okay, both brakes on because the front brake really helps those forks. See how the fork going up and down? Front brake, forks go up and down. Okay, so we're going to try to use those forks like a pogo stick. So for the big breakfast, by working it right out, right away, that sausage is going to be jumping around in there. So you don't need 30 miles an hour. It's very slow technique. Back, jab, pushing hard. Right when I push is when I squeeze that front brake. Okay? So if I put in neutral, just roll down this hill, I should get a great nose really. Back, jab, push. See, I had to leave off the brake about 4 times. I would have went right over the handlebars. Here. The little tiny divot to the front end. I won't do it up here on this loose stuff. I won't do it on the hill there. I do it right in the ditch, basically. So I would slightly turn the steering to the left. I do my back, bend my legs a little bit, come forward. So I bend my arms a little bit so I can push on the bars. And all I do is throw my hips a little bit to the right. So back, jab, throw the hips, and the rear will come over to the right. And you can kind of pull it over with your leg. See how your hips are here, so your legs against the bike. So when you throw those hips, basically the legs are going to pull it over as well. Oh, you popped it too soon. I know, popped it when you're down. You gotta pop left arm up to my chest. Drive it in, and then work your way around. So even if this is undercut, because the tire's big, it still hits above the halfway point and bounces up. So if the undercut gets about this high, then you have to do the special technique, call it a jab zap or a splatter or something like that. Touch the front tire, then gas it. Big too soon, the skid plate might hit. You know what I mean? So I come in close, touch my front tire, then gas it. The front tire rises off the rocks, your skid plate never hits a rock out there again. Power, so the skid plate doesn't hit. The rear tire hits and it bounces to the top. Second gear. If you're good with the clutch, you can, when the front tire hits, you can pop the clutch and drive in a little extra. Okay? You can work it all the way down to here. Start here and you can work it up a little bit. When you get about here, I think half the group could do this big. You get any further, probably not. Only a little mat. Little mat. You could jab zap these as well. Okay, we didn't learn jab zap yet. Front tire, drive the rear tire in. Lean forward. Lean forward. If you do a double flip, you will. Alright, good job.
Going to try?
I should.
Yeah.
I should.
You should? Yeah.
I'll try. Nice rock. That's a good roll up. Good roll up. Shut off. Nice. Over. All right. 0. To the right, turn my head, just left peg, do my wheelie. Okay, if I can't balance, there's a little cheater rock here. Remember we look for rocks to bounce off of? Just before that ribbon, there's a little rock. I could drive into that and do my wheelie and hit the left peg to the left and wheelie left. Okay? Or you could just turn up this, but it's not a real ledge. I don't want to kill you guys, but if there's a real ledge, you can't turn up the ledge. You have to float till the rear tire hits and then bucket Broncos to the top. So maybe you can warm up here, and maybe you can throw that ledge. It's a little slippery today, so we'll see. So I know you can turn up this. You don't have to do a floater, but the object is to try a floater. Right here, pause for a second, throw to the left. Get to that rock, push back, left hand. That's your version of the jab zap. So in a jab zap, the front tire hits, and the rear tire leaves the ground back here and lands on top. So that's what we're doing here. We're going pop, and the rear tire is leaving here and going where the front tire was. So we're not doing the fucking Bronco where it hits and bounces up. We'll try to jump instantly from here. That's why I bent my legs a little bit. I come forward and I jump and help get that rear tire height. Woo! Front tire has to be perfect height. Too high doesn't work. Straight arm, bend down, wind it up. Same time. Forward, pop. Forward, pop. Nice. Baby throttle wheelie that we did in the parking lot yesterday. And we shut off and the front tire landed on that cone. The cone's right here. I want the front tire to land here. It's kind of on the face, so it gets a compression. It loads the forks, and I squat down with it. I load the shock. As soon as that front tire hits, you have to jump immediately. You can't wait, so you have to anticipate it. Oh, it's a great wheelie. I shut off just right. It's going to hit. As soon as it hits, jump. As soon as it hits, jump, lift up on the bars, and if you can add a second blip of the throttle or pop the clutch, that even will give you a little height of the front wheel, and you can hold a wheelie over this. So we use the jab zap for, like, if it was angled or undercut, I could hit that, pop, and the rear tire's right at the top on a wheelie. Because the Buck and Bronco doesn't work on undercuts, because we eat up the rear wheel. So on undercuts, we got to hit that front tire on the front edge. As soon as it hits, jump, and lift that rear tire up to the top, so we can avoid all the undercuts. Okay? You can use first gear as well. Second gear is too high for you. First gear. This is first gear. Front tire hits, jump, pop the clutch. Stop! Put that front tire in the same spot. Clutch in, lean back, bend down, rev it up, come forward, pop. Angle, you have to jump that on top. Lift it up. If you didn't jab zap, the tire would probably slide on you. The rule for a splatter, the front tire hits the kicker. So that starts the wheelie. So the front tire hits, you're picking up the RPMs. When the rear tire gets here, pop the clutch. So the rear tire flies off the kicker into the rock. Front end's up high. So it's great for double ledges, it's great for traction, great for holding wheelies. Splatter's awesome because there was no precision necessary. I just went, woo, pop the clutch. And the pop the clutch gives me front tire height so I don't hit my skid plate. Whoever's hitting their skid plates, awesome. Now you can just big wheelie. No skid plate. Let the rear tire just drive over the rock. Who cares if you don't even get air off the rock? You got a big wheelie, the rear tire hits, and now it ends up being a sloppy double blip. Gear. No clutch. Down. That gives you good height. If you come too fast, it stays low. So not too fast on the approach. Oh! You double flipped it!
Thanks, guys.